So IFC has invested over $2 billion in Africa's green energy transition. For us, we're really thinking about nature, climate, and people. And all of these three issues are really critical for us to consider a just transition and how we move forward together because they're equally important and of equal consideration. So IFC for a long time has been governed by performance standards to ensure environmental and social protection. But more and more we're realizing how interconnected these pieces are. And we're actually looking as an institution to see how we can bring our expertise together to ensure that we can support clients and communities, governments, and moving forward. That's near and dear to my heart. I'm actually a sustainability specialist focusing on social. So we are looking at different things. First of all, I've mentioned our performance standards that do have a focus on social, and that's the aspect of doing no harm. But also we're looking to see how our projects can have developmental impact for the future. And not just in, when we're talking about energy, it's about energy access, but also diversity and inclusion within the industry itself. So how can we increase gender inclusion in industry? And for that, we're actually looking at each project as it goes through to see if there's an opportunity to both, for us to identify the gaps and provide some solutions to increase the number of women that are in industry. So one example that's quite interesting that I've been working on in the past is the project Nachtigal in Cameroon, hydropower. This is one area where IOC spent several years working upstream to ensure that the project was bankable and able to launch. So it shows that for us to support the energy transition, sometimes we have to go beyond what was expected, work in advance for several years, and make the investment of time and energy to see successful projects. Our teams are multidimensional. When we look at a project, we look at it holistically. So we're looking at it from an investment angle. So we have the finance teams. We're looking at it from a sustainability angle in terms of both impact, positive, that could be achieved through the investment itself, and then also ensuring that the project is mitigating any environmental and social risks. So I think many women perceive that industries like energy or mining are not a space where they can see opportunities to enhance societal goals, but actually that's not the case. So I would encourage women, young women, to really look into the details of the opportunities. If you're interested in the environment, you can have a place. If you're interested in working with communities, you can find a place. If you're interested in human resources, you have a place. If you're interested in numbers, there's a place. So I think that women don't fully understand that in their perhaps desire to contribute to society, they're not looking holistically at the industries. So it's really important for there to be representation. Actually, one of the principles of IFC's investment processes is that stakeholders need to have a decision in, have a voice in decisions that affect their lives. So obviously, women are 50% of the planet. We deserve a role in discussions to determine the direction that the energy transition is taking, for example. And I really appreciate that there are companies out there that are doing more to promote and ensure that women are both at the table at conferences like this, but actually involved along the way in the decisions about how energy is evolving on the continent. I don't think that they're unique. I think that women can play a role in all the opportunities in the industry. I mean, we are working with CEOs, we're working with CFOs, we're working with investment officers, we're working with environment and social specialists. As I mentioned before, there are diverse opportunities within industry, and those opportunities are open to women. So let's see, some of the things I think about is that it's a marathon, not a sprint. The road ahead is long, but we have achieved many milestones to date, and there will be many more steps along the way. We rise together.